How's it going, everyone? I'm Rain of Tears, and I'm just going to speak off the cuff about a few things, address some questions that some of my YouTube audience have brought to my attention. Uh, One of the things that's been brought, the question is asked to me by some segments of my viewing audience is, you know, I'll be more specific. Some of the members of uh, black members of my viewing audience say, well, why do you make video topics and post topics that are not Afrocentric topics sometimes? Uh, so I'll address that one first. Now, first of all, I'm sort of following a theme like some other YouTube content creators have also made the same points, and I agree with those, is that, we're not a monolithic community. I mean, unity is needed for many issues, if not most issues, but in terms of having the exact same interest and interest level on all things, I think a lot of times black people and black Americans in particular, we get stereotyped into saying that we have to like only one style of music or one style of dress, et cetera, et cetera. And I know that malady, if I would use that word, is something that's more something that's put upon the younger generation, younger than I am. But still, just as a whole, even in terms of like popular culture, in terms of movies. Now, a gentleman that I've just become familiar with is Pharaoh Speaks, made some valid points, and I'm not going to get into the specific things that he addressed in terms of, his views on certain Black American entertainers versus others. But one point that he brings out is in terms of like, there's a lack of variety in terms of the projects and roles that black actors can play in and that we're accepted in, and mainly the comedy genre and lowbrow comedy at that, whereas other actors of other ethnicities, primarily of the Caucasian variety, can uh, fill the spectrum in terms of roles that can be played. So piggybacking on that and extrapolating that just in general, just to a wide range of interest. So things like, say, for video subject matter doesn't always have to be about, or a person doesn't always have to be interested in quote unquote things that are black oriented, like, say, hip hop music, um, which is definitely influential to other forms and fashions. I mean, but still, a person is not no less black if they also like rock, various types of rock, jazz, which is a dying art form, but that's another topic. Um, Alternative, there's the spectrum that uh, that people can appreciate, and other groups are allowed to do that, but we're sort of pigeonholed into just liking one thing. So that sort of gets me segues into, in terms of like a few of the my YouTube viewers have said, well, you posted this particular video on a black oriented site. Why did you do that? Why is this video there? Well, I mean, it's sort of like horizons can be broadened, and there may be people that appreciate the particular topic other than something that's quote unquote just be black. And then the second thing, this is sort of like a minor gripe of mine for some, is that I have actually made many black oriented videos of various subject matters, many of them which are very educational and informative. But unfortunately, those videos, that productions, excuse me, of mine, the views are very few, so people talk that, or some people talk about, why don't you put this on there, or don't put this on there. But then I'll give you a prime example. My primary viral video, so to speak, is one that I made 3 years ago called Weird York City, the subway trains. And to me, and I've addressed this on previous videos, that was sort of like a happenstance video for me. I put it together or whatever. It's not one of my works that I'm most proud of, but ironically, it's the one that gets by far the most views. Now, it's funny. It, sort of like has a pictorial collection of let's just say interesting shots and views that you can see on primarily New York trains. There are a few other, and this is another one I can address this right now. 95% of those photos in that videos are from New York subways. Like 5%, or if I was going to give a number, an actual number of photos, there are like 4 photos that are from other subway systems. But contrary to popular belief, or by some, 95% of those videos are from New York subways. Now, the thing is that on that particular video, I'd use different eras and years. So it may look different because some of the photos that I put on there from the New York subway system are from like the few of them from the 60s and 70s. So maybe that might be why some people might be confused and think, well, that's not, but any 95%, but be that as it may. So that's one area I want to address. And that sort of also segues into, like, in addition to national stuff, I also have made photo, and people are familiar with photo presentations of international type things too, because for me, I have an interest in different cultures, and it's sort of like a way that I can sort of gain more knowledge for me. Personally, when I make my video presentations for countries and cultures that I haven't been to, I learn more about them, and then I put the photos together and edit them and whatever, and I'm actually learning too. So like when they're presented to you, I too, if for places that I'm not familiar with, prior to making a particular video photo slide presentation, if that's applicable, it's a learning experience for me too. So that's why I do that. So I just wanted to touch upon those things to address those questions that some people had, why I do this or whatever. That's why, I want to present a wide range of cultural and social experiences. I try to make them interesting and informative, and if they're supposed to be humorous, to make them humorous within the standards of YouTube and my own personal standards where they're not offensive. So, and as I've given the invitation on previous videos, anytime anyone has any suggestions, or if there's a particular, again, I offer the invitation, subject matter of a video photo slide presentation that you would want me to present, you can feel free to drop a note on one of my videos, and I will take a look at it and see what I can do. So I appreciate you guys taking time out of your respective busy schedules, wherever you may be in the world. I wish and continue to wish everyone peace and positivity. Take care. Till the next time.